ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about two fundamental qualities, curiosity and focus, and how, when combined, they can be the keys to unlocking a life that is both joyful and meaningful. These two forces are not merely abstract ideas, they are practical tools that, if harnessed properly, can guide us through the chaos of life and lead us towards something greater. Let's begin with curiosity. Curiosity is, in many ways, the starting point of all growth. It's the spark that ignites the fire of learning. In our world today, we have access to more information than ever before. Yet, paradoxically, many people feel lost, disillusioned, and disconnected. Why is that? Because curiosity is not just about seeking answers, it's about asking the right questions. We must become curious, not just about the world around us, but about ourselves. What are we truly capable of? What truths about our existence remain unexplored? When we approach life with a sense of wonder and a willingness to question, we open ourselves to endless possibilities. Curiosity is the engine of discovery. It's the force that pushes us to explore new ideas, new perspectives, and new ways of being. Without it, we become stagnant, trapped in our own limited understanding of the world. But curiosity alone is not enough. Curiosity must be coupled with focus. In a world overflowing with distractions, focus has become more important than ever. It's not enough to merely be curious, we must direct that curiosity in a purposeful way. Focus is what allows us to take the vastness of what we learn and narrow it down into something meaningful. Focus gives us the ability to concentrate our energy on what truly matters. It's the ability to zero in on what is important, to sift through the noise, and to engage deeply with the tasks and challenges that shape our lives. Think of focus as a kind of order in a world filled with chaos. We all face distractions, whether it's our phones, social media, or the endless pull of external expectations. Yet, when we choose to focus on what is essential, we create a structure within ourselves. That structure allows us to live intentionally. And this brings me to the intersection of curiosity and focus, the place where meaning is born. A meaningful life is not something that simply happens to us. It is something we create through our actions, choices, and attentiveness. And this creation begins with curiosity, the willingness to explore, question, and learn, and is refined through focus, the discipline to direct that curiosity towards something purposeful. We all have the potential for a meaningful life, but we must take responsibility for that potential. Curiosity without responsibility leads to aimlessness, to a life filled with random experiences that never quite add up. But when curiosity is directed with focus, it leads to growth, to wisdom, and to a deeper sense of purpose. Meaning is not found in fleeting pleasures or external accomplishments. It is found in the pursuit of questions that matter, in the engagement with problems that challenge us, and in the dedication to a cause that stretches us. And here's where joy comes in. Joy is not the result of external circumstances, it is the result of engaging with life fully, of facing challenges, solving problems, and growing through adversity. When we use our curiosity to explore what excites us, and when we focus our attention on what will bring us closer to our goals, joy is not far behind. Joy is the byproduct of a life lived with intention. It's the satisfaction we feel when we overcome obstacles, when we solve problems, when we pursue something with passion and dedication. The pursuit itself, the journey, is what brings joy, not just the end result. And how do we cultivate this? We must balance curiosity with discipline. We must recognize that curiosity alone, without the focus to direct it, can leave us scattered. But with focus, we gain the clarity to channel our curiosity in ways that lead to real progress. Focus gives us the power to dive deep, to engage fully, and to make meaningful contributions to the world around us. In conclusion, a joyful and meaningful life is within your reach, but it requires effort, intention, and discipline. When you nurture your curiosity and pair it with the laser-sharp focus needed to pursue what truly matters, you are not merely existing, you are engaging with life on a level that few ever experience. So ask yourself, what are you curious about? What are the questions that stir your soul? What can you focus on today that will move you closer to the person you want to become? The answers lie within you. Embrace curiosity, direct it with focus, and watch as a life filled with meaning and joy unfolds before you. Curiosity is the spark that ignites the fire of exploration and growth. It's an inherent part of being human, a driving force that compels us to seek answers, to understand the world around us, and to uncover the deeper truths of existence. From the moment we are born, we begin asking questions, seeking understanding, and craving new experiences. This desire to know more is not just a passing phase, it's the foundation of our intellectual, emotional, and spiritual development. At its core, curiosity is a desire to expand one's understanding, to transcend the known and venture into the unknown. It's the force that propels us forward when we face uncertainty, the quality that encourages us to learn from our mistakes and adapt to new situations. Curiosity is the engine that drives innovation, creativity, and progress. Without it, we would be stagnant, living in a world that would remain unchanged and unchallenged. However, curiosity is not just about gathering information. It's about cultivating a mindset of discovery, one that encourages questioning and probing beyond the surface. It is the act of asking the right questions, the ones that are not always easy or comfortable to answer. This kind of curiosity is not satisfied with superficial explanations. It digs deeper, wanting to understand not only how things work, but also why they work the way they do. It seeks patterns, connections, and meaning. When we cultivate curiosity, we begin to see the world differently. We approach challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to learn, grow, and improve. A curious mindset allows us to stay open to new ideas and perspectives, to understand others more deeply, and to recognize that our own knowledge is always limited and evolving. It teaches us humility, for the more we explore, the more we realize how much we don't yet know. This awareness doesn't discourage us, rather, it fuels our desire to continue asking questions, to keep exploring, to never stop learning. The impact of curiosity goes beyond personal development. It also shapes our relationships with others and the world at large. Curiosity fosters empathy, as it encourages us to understand the experiences, motivations, and perspectives of those around us. When we approach people with curiosity, we are not merely observing them from a distance, we engage with them, seeking to understand their thoughts and feelings. This connection forms the foundation of meaningful relationships, whether in our personal lives or in the workplace. In a broader sense, curiosity is essential for social progress. It motivates us to question the status quo, to challenge outdated norms, and to strive for a society that is more just equitable and compassionate. Moreover, curiosity plays a vital role in our emotional well-being. It offers us an antidote to boredom, apathy, and stagnation. When we cultivate a genuine curiosity about the world and our own lives, we invite a sense of excitement and possibility into our daily experiences. Curiosity brings us out of routine and into the realm of discovery, where we can experience the joy of new insights, new challenges, and new achievements. It transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities for growth and fulfillment. But curiosity also requires vulnerability. To be curious is to acknowledge that we do not have all the answers and that the path forward is uncertain. It demands a willingness to embrace discomfort, to venture into unfamiliar territories, and to confront the unknown with courage and an open mind. This vulnerability is essential because it is through curiosity that we confront the complexities of life, not with fear, but with a sense of wonder and possibility. In sum, curiosity is not just a trait or a habit, it is a way of being in the world. It is the willingness to remain open to the mysteries of life, to ask questions that challenge our assumptions, and to seek knowledge that expands our understanding. It is the engine that propels us toward a life of growth, discovery, and purpose. To embrace curiosity is to engage with life in a deeper, more meaningful way. It is the invitation to explore the vast, uncharted landscape of our potential. Focus is one of the most critical skills we can develop in an increasingly distracted world. It is the ability to direct our attention towards something meaningful and to persist in that effort without being easily swayed by external distractions or internal impulses. In a time where constant notifications, interruptions, and an overwhelming amount of information bombard us from every angle, the ability to focus has become both rare and precious. Yet, it is focus that allows us to translate curiosity and intention into real, tangible outcomes. At its core, focus is about the deliberate concentration of mental energy. It's about deciding where to place your attention and having the discipline to remain engaged with that thing, task, or goal. In a way, focus is the art of prioritization. It requires us to sift through the noise of our daily lives, to filter out what is irrelevant or distracting, and to give our full attention to what truly matters. In this process, we are essentially saying no to countless other things in order to say yes to what will lead to growth, development, and fulfillment. The ability to focus allows us to engage with our goals and aspirations in a way that produces results, Without focus, even the most profound curiosity can lead to endless exploration without any concrete outcome. When we focus, we eliminate the constant scattering of our attention and create a space for deep, productive work. It's the focus that turns ideas into plans, plans into action, and action into achievement. In this way, focus serves as the bridge between potential and accomplishment. It helps us move from thought to reality. Moreover, focus isn't just a mental skill, it's a discipline that demands practice. It's easy to become distracted, whether by the constant buzzing of technology, the lure of idle entertainment, or the pull of anxiety and self-doubt. Yet discipline is what helps us develop the ability to maintain concentration even in the face of these distractions. Just like physical exercise, the more we train our focus, the stronger it becomes. Over time, we learn to sustain our attention for longer periods, to block out irrelevant stimuli, and to create a mental environment that supports deep work. Focus is also inherently connected to resilience. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. We all face moments when we feel overwhelmed or discouraged. In these times, focus becomes our anchor. When we stay focused on what matters, we find the strength to persevere. It is through focus that we can break down complex problems into manageable parts, approach tasks step by step, and stay committed to our path even when the road gets tough. Focus is the tool that allows us to turn obstacles into opportunities, to stay the course even when we're not seeing immediate results, and to build the grit and determination required to reach our long-term goals. One of the most powerful aspects of focus is its ability to reduce anxiety. When we scatter our attention across multiple tasks and worries, our minds become cluttered and overwhelmed. The resulting chaos can make it difficult to think clearly or make decisions. But when we focus on the present moment, on the task at hand, we regain a sense of clarity. Focus helps us cut through the noise, bringing a sense of order and control to what otherwise feels like a never-ending stream of demands. It allows us to be fully engaged with whatever we are doing, leading to greater satisfaction and a deeper sense of accomplishment. The benefits of focus extend far beyond just productivity and achievement. It also has a profound impact on our emotional well-being. When we focus on something meaningful, we experience a sense of purpose. We move beyond the superficial distractions of daily life and engage with what matters most to us, whether that's our work, our relationships, or our personal growth. Focus enables us to align our actions with our values, to invest our time and energy in the things that truly matter, and to live with intention. Ultimately, focus is the key to turning our aspirations into reality. Without it, curiosity can easily become a scattered pursuit, leading us nowhere in particular. But with focus, curiosity becomes a powerful tool for discovery and growth. Focus directs our attention, deepens our engagement, and allows us to accomplish what we set out to do. It is the skill that turns our dreams into tangible achievements, our ideas into actions, and our efforts into lasting impact. The relationship between curiosity and meaning is profound and intricate. Curiosity, by its nature, pushes us to explore the unknown, to question the established, and to challenge our assumptions. Meaning, on the other hand, is something deeper. It is the thread that weaves purpose into our lives, giving us a reason to strive and to continue even when faced with difficulty. At the intersection of curiosity and meaning, we find the potential for a truly fulfilled life, one that is constantly evolving, learning, and growing, yet rooted in something far more significant than momentary pleasures or superficial pursuits. Curiosity is the gateway through which we explore life's deeper questions. It is not a passive state of mind, but an active, engaged search for understanding. When we allow ourselves to be curious, we open the door to a vast world of possibilities, where every question leads to new paths and new insights. However, curiosity without meaning can often feel like a wandering without direction, like a search that leads us in circles without any real resolution. This is why curiosity, when directed toward meaningful questions, becomes a force of profound significance. It becomes a guide, not just in our intellectual or external pursuits, but in shaping the very direction of our lives. Meaning is not simply something we find, it is something we create. It emerges through our engagements with the world, through our responses to life's challenges, and through our relationships with others. And it is curiosity that helps us discover where to find that meaning. For example, when we are curious about the things that move us, whether it's a deep-seated interest in art, a desire to understand human behavior, or a need to make a difference in the world, we begin to align our curiosity with our sense of purpose. This creates a feedback loop. The more we delve into the things that matter to us, the more we uncover, the more meaning we derive from those explorations. In this way, curiosity helps us uncover layers of meaning in our lives that we may not have seen before. It leads us to explore different ideas, cultures, perspectives, and experiences that enrich our understanding of the world and of ourselves. Through curiosity, we may come to realize what truly resonates with us on a deep level. And it is this realization that brings us closer to a life filled with purpose. By asking the right questions about ourselves, the people we interact with, and the world we live in, we begin to understand where we fit into the larger tapestry of life. Meaning, however, is not always immediately apparent. Sometimes the pursuit of curiosity itself can feel like an endless journey with no clear destination in sight. This is where the importance of focus comes into play. Curiosity gives us the energy to explore, but it is through focus that we learn to zero in on what truly matters. Without focus, curiosity can lead us down countless divergent paths, leaving us distracted and without a clear sense of purpose. When we marry curiosity with focus, we are able to direct our attention and efforts toward the things that align with our core values and bring deeper meaning to our lives. When curiosity and meaning align, they create a synergy that makes life richer and more fulfilling. It is through curiosity that we embark on journeys of self-discovery. And it is through the pursuit of meaning that those journeys become more than just intellectual exercises. They become deeply personal quests for truth, understanding, and growth. Meaning is the destination that curiosity, when applied with purpose, leads us toward. And once we start walking that path, we realize that the journey itself, fueled by curiosity and guided by meaning, is what makes life truly worth living. The dynamic between curiosity and meaning is also what motivates us to engage with the world around us in a way that transcends self-interest. Curiosity sparks the desire to understand others, to seek out new perspectives, and to address the pressing issues of our time. It's through this curiosity about the world that we find ourselves drawn to causes greater than ourselves, whether it's fighting for social justice, improving our communities, or seeking solutions to global challenges. The curiosity we nurture in our personal lives often has a ripple effect on the world around us, creating positive change and building deeper connections with others. In this way, curiosity becomes not only a personal tool for growth, but a force that propels us toward contributing to the greater good. When our curiosity is tied to meaning, it becomes a pathway to fulfillment, not just in how we understand the world, but in how we interact with and impact the world as well. This is how curiosity, when linked with meaning, transforms our lives into something far more significant than a mere accumulation of knowledge or experiences. It makes life a continual process of discovery, engagement, and transformation. Curiosity and responsibility are not often paired together, yet they are two sides of the same coin when it comes to leading a meaningful life. Curiosity drives us to explore, to ask questions, and to seek out new ideas. It is the force that pushes us beyond our current understanding and challenges us to grow. However, curiosity without responsibility can lead to a scattered existence, one filled with endless exploration but lacking direction or purpose. Responsibility, on the other hand, anchors curiosity, giving it structure and meaning. It is through responsibility that we direct our curiosity toward meaningful pursuits that contribute to both our own development and the world around us. When we speak of responsibility, we are not referring merely to obligations or duties. Responsibility in this sense is the acknowledgement that our actions have consequences. It is the recognition that we have a role to play in the world and that the choices we make can shape not only our own lives but also the lives of others. Responsibility is the awareness that we are accountable for our own growth and the impact we have on the people and environments around us. It is an active process and ongoing commitment to engage with life in a purposeful and ethical manner. When curiosity is guided by responsibility, it becomes more than just the pursuit of knowledge for its own sake. It becomes the search for wisdom. Curiosity, when guided by responsibility, is not about indulging in trivial distractions or seeking out novelty without regard for its implications. Instead, it is about asking questions that are relevant to the challenges we face, both personally and collectively. It is about seeking understanding in ways that contribute to the greater good and recognizing that knowledge should be used responsibly, not recklessly. In our modern world, there is often a temptation to pursue curiosity for the sake of entertainment or personal gain. The internet, social media, and other forms of entertainment offer endless opportunities for exploration, but much of this exploration is shallow and disconnected from any deeper purpose. This is where responsibility comes in. When we take responsibility for our curiosity, we ensure that our explorations lead to growth and learning rather than aimless consumption. We learn to prioritize the questions that matter, those that have the potential to improve our lives and the world around us. For example, a curious person who takes responsibility for their actions will seek knowledge that can help them become a better person or contribute to their community. They will focus on understanding the issues that affect society, whether that's through studying history, science, or for philosophy. They will ask how their actions impact others and strive to make choices that align with their values. Responsibility ensures that curiosity does not become a form of escapism or self-indulgence. It challenges us to confront the world as it is, to engage with problems that are not easily solved, and to consider the consequences of our actions. Curiosity without responsibility can also lead to a fragmented understanding of the world. When we explore without considering the larger context, we may acquire knowledge that is disjointed or superficial. We may find ourselves passionate about many things, but lacking the focus and discipline necessary to truly understand any one of them. Responsibility, however, helps us integrate our curiosity into a cohesive worldview. It encourages us to connect the dots between different areas of interest, to see how our various explorations fit into a larger narrative, and to understand how our learning can be applied in meaningful ways. Taking responsibility for our curiosity also means committing to continuous growth. It is easy to become complacent with what we know, to rest on our laurels and stop asking new questions. However, when we accept that responsibility as a lifelong endeavor, we recognize that growth is ongoing. Curiosity, when paired with responsibility, becomes a lifelong commitment to learning and improving, not just for ourselves, but for the benefit of others. In essence, responsibility helps us channel our curiosity into a force for good. It ensures that our pursuit of knowledge is not merely self-serving, but is aligned with our duty to contribute positively to the world. When curiosity is directed with responsibility, it leads us not only to deeper understanding, but also to a more meaningful existence, one that is grounded in action, purpose, and ethical consideration. Through this balance, we find the true power of curiosity. It is not just a passive desire to know, but an active, responsible pursuit of wisdom that enhances our lives and the lives of those around us. Joy, contrary to what many people believe, is not a product of external circumstances, but rather an internal state of being that arises from engaging deeply with life. It is not something that can be simply pursued or acquired through material gain, fleeting pleasures, or social approval. True joy comes from the active engagement of showing up, of committing fully to what matters, and of taking responsibility for our own growth. When curiosity and focus align in the pursuit of meaning, joy becomes a natural byproduct of that intentional engagement with the world. At its heart, joy is the result of connection, the connection between our inner desires and the external world, between our actions and our values. It is the satisfaction that comes from knowing that we are doing what we are meant to do, contributing to something greater than ourselves. Joy emerges when we pour our energy into pursuits that resonate with our deepest sense of purpose, when we focus on tasks that challenge us and allow us to grow, and when we stay curious about the world and our place within it. The idea that joy is only found in external circumstances is a misunderstanding that leads many to dissatisfaction. People often chase after wealth, fame, or the perfect lifestyle, thinking that these will bring them lasting happiness. But the truth is that these external achievements rarely result in enduring joy. Instead, they may bring temporary pleasure or excitement, but once the novelty wears off, a sense of emptiness or discontent can take its place. This is because external achievements do not inherently align with our deeper needs for meaning and growth. In contrast, joy that arises from meaningful engagement with life is lasting because it is rooted in our own growth and our ability to make a difference. Curiosity and focus are integral to this process. When we are curious, we are open to new experiences and willing to explore the unknown. This sense of adventure feeds into our sense of purpose, because we are always looking for new ways to connect with life and make sense of it. Curiosity gives us the ability to see the world through fresh eyes, to discover new opportunities, and to find meaning in the smallest of things. It provides the energy and drive needed to pursue passions and interests that give us joy, rather than simply settling for what is easy or expected. Focus, on the other hand, is what enables us to channel that curiosity into something tangible and meaningful. Without focus, curiosity becomes scattered and unfocused, leading to a kind of aimless wandering that, while interesting, does not result in meaningful progress. Focus gives us the discipline to direct our energy toward the things that matter most, to make deliberate progress in the areas that align with our values. It is through focus that we achieve mastery in our chosen pursuits, and it is this sense of mastery and accomplishment that feeds our joy. Whether it's through work, relationships, or personal growth, focus helps us make steady, measurable progress toward our goals, and it is this progress that gives us a deep sense of fulfillment. Moreover, joy is also found in the process itself, not just the end result. Many people mistakenly believe that joy is something that will come to them once they have reached their goals, achieved success, or found fame. But the reality is that the journey toward these goals often brings more joy than the goals themselves. It is in the daily work, the small victories, and the continuous learning that we experience the most profound sense of satisfaction. When we are focused on the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination, we are more likely to find joy in the process of growth itself. The joy of learning, of pushing past challenges, and of seeing ourselves improve over time is far more enduring than the temporary happiness that comes with simply achieving a goal. Additionally, joy is not something that can be forced. It is not a state that can be manufactured by sheer willpower or by pursuing pleasure for its own sake. Rather, joy emerges naturally when we engage with life authentically and with intention. When we align our actions with our values, when we pursue goals that are meaningful to us, and when we are open to the lessons that life offers, joy follows as a natural consequence. It comes from living in harmony with who we are and what we value, not from the pursuit of external validation or material success. In the end, joy is a product of how we engage with the world. It is a reflection of our ability to be curious, focused, and intentional in our actions, and it arises from our commitment to personal growth and meaningful connection. Joy doesn't come from the outside in, it emerges from within, fueled by our engagement with life's challenges and opportunities. When curiosity and focus are harnessed in the service of meaningful goals, joy becomes an ever-present companion on the journey toward a life well lived. When we think of fulfillment, it's easy to imagine it as something to be attained, a goal, a destination, a moment when everything aligns perfectly. But fulfillment is not a singular event. It is not something we achieve once and then never have to consider again. Instead, it is an ongoing process, a continual state of becoming. It is the result of living in alignment with our values, engaging with our curiosities, and maintaining focus on the things that matter most. True fulfillment comes when we allow ourselves to engage deeply with life and commit ourselves to the pursuit of meaning, rather than simply seeking out external rewards or quick pleasures. One of the key aspects of fulfillment is the recognition that it arises from within. It is not something we can expect others to give us, nor is it a product of outside circumstances. Fulfillment is a reflection of our internal state, how we choose to perceive our lives, the meaning we assign to our experiences, and the sense of purpose we derive from our daily actions. When we are aligned with what truly matters to us, fulfillment flows naturally from the work and efforts we put into our lives. It comes from knowing that our actions are consistent with our values, that we are growing, learning, and contributing in meaningful ways. Curiosity plays a significant role in fulfillment. The desire to explore, learn, and discover is the engine that propels us forward in life. When we are curious, we are not just living in the moment, we are actively seeking out the unknown, stretching ourselves beyond our comfort zones, and pursuing knowledge that enriches our lives. This intellectual and emotional engagement brings depth to our lives and allows us to feel more connected to the world around us. Curiosity drives us to ask questions, explore new ideas, and try new experiences, each of which contributes to our sense of growth and self-discovery. The more we feed our curiosity, the more expansive our lives become, and the more fulfilling they feel. However, curiosity alone is not enough. It is focus that allows us to channel that curiosity into tangible results. Focus gives us the discipline to take our interests and transform them into something real, whether that means developing a skill, completing a project, or making progress toward a long-term goal. Without focus, curiosity remains scattered, and we can easily find ourselves overwhelmed by the sheer volume of things to explore, with no real progress to show for it. Focus helps us prioritize what truly matters, turning our curiosity into a vehicle for growth and fulfillment. It is through focus that we can dive deeply into a subject, refine our abilities, and cultivate mastery. Mastery, in turn, brings a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction, which is essential to a fulfilling life. Fulfillment is also found in the process of overcoming challenges. Life is full of obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But it is often in these moments of difficulty that we experience the most profound growth. The process of facing challenges and working through adversity is what ultimately shapes us. When we focus on our goals and remain curious about how to approach problems creatively and effectively, we learn to navigate life's difficulties with resilience. These challenges become opportunities to expand our capabilities, to learn more about ourselves, and to develop the perseverance that is crucial for a fulfilling life. It is through overcoming struggles that we find our deepest sense of purpose, as we see how our efforts contribute to our personal growth and to the betterment of those around us. Moreover, fulfillment is not achieved in isolation. It is intimately connected to our relationships with others. Curiosity about other people's perspectives, experiences, and values allows us to form deeper connections with those around us. Focus on nurturing these relationships, on listening, and on giving our full attention to those we care about, fosters a sense of belonging and emotional fulfillment. Our interactions with others, whether with family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers, are a rich source of joy and meaning. We learn from others, grow through our interactions, and contribute to the lives of those around us. The sense of fulfillment that comes from meaningful relationships cannot be overstated. It is one of the cornerstones of a well-rounded, deeply satisfying life. True fulfillment also requires a level of personal responsibility. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming external factors or circumstances for our dissatisfaction. However, fulfillment comes when we take responsibility for our own growth, actions, and mindset. It is when we stop waiting for the perfect moment or external validation and instead take proactive steps to create the life we desire. Taking responsibility for our fulfillment means recognizing that we have the power to shape our own lives, to make choices that align with our values, and to take ownership of our growth journey. Ultimately, fulfillment is a dynamic and ongoing process. It's not a destination we reach once and forget about, but rather a continuous state of being that we cultivate through curiosity, focus, resilience, and intentional living. It is the result of our efforts to engage meaningfully with the world, to pursue growth, and to maintain an open heart and mind in the face of life's challenges. When we focus on what matters most to us and remain curious about how we can continue to grow, fulfillment becomes not just a fleeting feeling, but a deep and lasting state of contentment and joy. Taking responsibility for our own growth and well-being is essential to creating a meaningful and joyful life. Responsibility is often misunderstood as a burden or obligation, something that restricts freedom or enjoyment. However, true responsibility is not about being weighed down by duties, but about taking ownership of our actions, choices, and the direction of our lives. When we embrace responsibility, we empower ourselves to create the lives we desire, grounded in authenticity, purpose, and intentionality. At its core, responsibility means acknowledging that we are the primary architects of our own lives. It is about accepting that the choices we make, the actions we take, and the mindset we cultivate have a direct impact on our future. This does not mean that we control everything that happens to us, but it does mean that we have the power to choose how we respond, how we learn from our experiences, and how we adapt to life's challenges. Responsibility means taking the initiative to grow, to improve, and to align our actions with our values, regardless of external circumstances. One of the most significant aspects of responsibility is personal accountability. It is easy to blame others, external events, or past mistakes for where we are in life. While acknowledging the challenges we face is important, true responsibility lies in recognizing that we have the power to take charge of our own lives. This is not about blaming ourselves for everything that goes wrong, but about understanding that we always have the agency to take meaningful action. Accountability involves recognizing that our thoughts, actions, and decisions shape the trajectory of our lives. By taking responsibility, we cease being passive recipients of life's outcomes and instead become active participants in shaping our destinies. Responsibility also involves setting clear goals and intentions. It is not enough to passively wish for change or to wait for circumstances to improve. Responsibility requires us to define what we want to achieve, both in the short and long term, and to take consistent, focused action toward those goals. This is where curiosity plays a vital role. When we are curious about the world and about ourselves, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, new learning, and new opportunities. But curiosity alone is not enough. It is through responsibility and focused effort that we translate curiosity into tangible progress. By committing to growth and actively pursuing our goals, we ensure that curiosity fuels real, meaningful change in our lives. In addition to personal growth, responsibility extends to the relationships we form with others. Taking responsibility for our connections means showing up for the people we care about, being present, and contributing positively to their lives. This may involve offering support, being empathetic, or making sacrifices for the well-being of those around us. We cannot control other people, but we can control how we interact with them and how we show up in our relationships. Responsibility in relationships also means being honest, open, and transparent, and being willing to work through difficulties in a constructive way. These actions not only strengthen our connections, but also foster a deeper sense of fulfillment and joy. Moreover, taking responsibility for our lives means recognizing that we are part of a larger community, society, and world. Our actions have ripple effects, and by living responsibly, we contribute to the greater good. This could involve making ethical choices, helping others in need, or advocating for positive change in our communities. Responsibility does not stop at personal growth, it extends outward, shaping how we interact with the world and the impact we have on others. By taking responsibility for our place in the world, we acknowledge that we are all interconnected and that our choices matter far beyond our own lives. One of the most profound aspects of responsibility is the ability to accept and learn from mistakes. No one is perfect, and we all encounter setbacks, failures, and challenges. However, responsibility means owning up to our mistakes, understanding their causes, and using them as opportunities for growth. Instead of avoiding or denying our shortcomings, we can choose to face them with honesty and self-compassion. This not only allows us to learn and improve, but also helps us develop resilience, the ability to bounce back and keep moving forward, even after facing difficulties. Ultimately, responsibility is about taking control of the direction of our lives, about recognizing that we are the ones who must shape our futures. It is through responsibility that we can harness the power of curiosity, focus, and intentionality to create lives that are meaningful, joyful, and fulfilling. By taking ownership of our choices, actions, and relationships, we pave the way for a life that is aligned with our deepest values and aspirations. Responsibility does not limit us, rather, it frees us to become the people we are meant to be, to pursue our dreams, and to contribute to the world in a way that leaves a lasting and positive impact. The concept of living a meaningful and joyful life is intricately tied to the idea of continuous growth and transformation. The notion that we can ever reach a final fixed state of fulfillment is misleading. Life is an ongoing process, and the pursuit of meaning and joy is not a destination to be reached, but rather an evolving journey. The importance of ongoing growth cannot be overstated. It is through growth that we find purpose, and it is through purpose that we cultivate a sense of joy. To embrace this idea fully is to understand that the more we evolve, the more we discover about ourselves, the world, and the connections we share with others. Growth is inherently dynamic, and it requires an active engagement with life. It means stepping out of the comfort zone, challenging existing beliefs, and being open to new possibilities. Stagnation, on the other hand, is a state where we avoid change, cling to past experiences, or allow ourselves to settle for mediocrity. Growth demands that we question ourselves and the world around us, that we seek improvement in every area of our lives, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. When we engage with life in this way, we open ourselves to new experiences and learning opportunities that continually shape who we are and contribute to the meaning we find in our lives. Continuous growth is not just about external achievement or the acquisition of new skills, it is about inner transformation. It is the ability to reflect, to learn from past mistakes, and to embrace a mindset of progress. Often, this means recognizing that we are never fully done with ourselves, and there is always more to learn, more to experience, and more ways to grow. Personal growth also includes the ability to adapt to life's challenges, as it is through adversity that we often experience the most profound transformation. The road to growth is rarely smooth, and the lessons learned through struggles are often the most valuable. When we approach challenges with an open mind, seeing them as opportunities for growth rather than threats, we can face life's difficulties with resilience and a sense of empowerment. This process of continuous growth is deeply intertwined with curiosity. It is curiosity that fuels our desire to grow, to improve, and to understand the world on a deeper level. Curiosity sparks questions, ignites exploration, and keeps us engaged with life's mysteries. Without curiosity, growth becomes stagnant, as we are no longer seeking new answers or exploring new frontiers. Curiosity ensures that we remain flexible in our thinking, willing to entertain new perspectives and entertain possibilities that we may not have considered before. It is through this constant inquiry into the world around us and into ourselves that we remain adaptable, ready to learn, and open to new insights. Similarly, growth is inextricably linked to the concept of focus. While curiosity leads us to explore new areas of life, focus is what allows us to refine our skills, deepen our understanding, and achieve mastery. Focus provides the direction that curiosity needs in order to manifest meaningful results. It is easy to get distracted by the endless possibilities and interesting pursuits that life presents. Without focus, curiosity can scatter our energy across too many interests, preventing us from making any substantial progress in any one area. Focus brings intention to our curiosity, allowing us to channel our energy in ways that foster deep growth and personal development. It is through sustained focus that we gain expertise and insight, creating opportunities for greater meaning and joy. Growth is also about embracing responsibility for the trajectory of our lives. It involves taking ownership of our choices and actions, as well as the direction in which we are headed. By embracing responsibility, we move from being passive observers of life to active participants in our own personal evolution. This active participation means that we are not waiting for external circumstances to change in order to feel fulfilled. Rather, we are actively shaping our lives through our decisions, our behaviors, and the goals we set for ourselves. Responsibility brings with it a sense of control, a realization that we are the ones who have the power to influence our futures. However, growth is not always a smooth or linear path. It often involves periods of discomfort, confusion, or setbacks. These are the times when our growth is tested the most, but they are also the times when we are most likely to experience significant shifts in our perspective. The willingness to persevere through difficulties and challenges is what ultimately leads to the deepest growth. Instead of avoiding hardship or trying to bypass the discomfort that often accompanies growth, we learn to embrace it, to see it as an integral part of the journey. These challenging moments are often the most profound as they push us to question our assumptions, confront our limitations, and rise to new levels of strength and understanding. Furthermore, growth is a lifelong endeavor. It doesn't stop once we achieve a certain milestone or attain a particular goal. The process of growth is endless because there is always more to learn, more to understand, and more ways to improve. As we grow, we become more attuned to our evolving needs, interests, and desires. This ongoing development allows us to live a life that is rich with meaning and satisfaction, because we are constantly in motion, constantly discovering new aspects of ourselves and the world around us. In sum, continuous growth is not a burden but a fundamental aspect of a joyful, meaningful life. It requires curiosity to fuel the exploration of new ideas, focus to turn those ideas into concrete results, and responsibility to shape our path forward. When we approach life with the mindset of ongoing growth, we open ourselves up to a deeper sense of fulfillment, understanding, and connection. Growth, in all its forms, enriches our experience of life, ensuring that every moment is an opportunity for transformation and greater joy. In conclusion, the pursuit of a joyful and meaningful life is not a passive endeavor. It requires intention, commitment, and a willingness to engage fully with both the challenges and opportunities that come our way. By cultivating curiosity, we allow ourselves to remain open to the world's infinite possibilities and deepen our understanding of the mysteries that lie before us. Focus channels that curiosity into purposeful action, allowing us to make meaningful progress toward our goals. Responsibility empowers us to take control of our lives, to shape our future, and to align our actions with our deepest values. And perhaps most importantly, continuous growth ensures that we are always evolving, always learning, and always moving closer to the person we are meant to be. A meaningful and joyful life is not something that can be achieved overnight. It is the result of the choices we make, the mindset we adopt, and the actions we take every day. It is a life lived with intention, curiosity, and focus, a life that acknowledges the importance of growth, responsibility, and engagement with the world. When we embrace these principles and integrate them into our lives, we unlock a deeper sense of fulfillment, joy, and purpose. We create a life that is not only worth living, but one that is truly alive, rich with meaning, and full of the possibility for growth and transformation.